All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Kritika. I'm the product marketer from Zoho DataPrep, and I'll be leading today's session. And I also have Sri Krishna with me, who will be assisting me with the session. So today's session is CRM data cleanup playbook, where we'll be looking at the quality of your CRM data and what you can do, how you organize your CRM data, how you kind of prepare it, clean it, and automate the entire process. So that's what this playbook is all about. And initially, we are going to be just talking about the practicality of how to manage your CRM. And finally, I will be talking about how you can use data prep to kind of automate the entire cleanup process. And this webinar is being recorded, and a copy of the recording will be made available right after the webinar is over. So the agenda for the day is understanding the reality of CRM data and what are all the common data issues that you would face. And we'll also be looking at certain industry metrics, how data quality issue has evolved from 20 years and how much value or the number that you can put on the data quality. So we'll be looking at those aspects as well. And then we'll be looking at the CRM data hygiene framework, like how to understand the current scenario of your CRM data, what you can do, step by step, how you can fix it. So we'll be looking at framework, and then we'll be looking at CRM enrichment best practices, how you can archive data that that is no longer valuable to your CRM, and then what are the best practices to back up your CRM data as well. And finally, we'll be looking at building 4 automated pipelines that is going to manage all the things that we discussed. So the reality of the CRM data is extremely messy. Data decays faster. So what we mean by data decaying faster is that if you are in the B2B sector, right, when you collect leads, they might leave the organization, email addresses changes, businesses merge, business closed down. So decisions are made faster, and the leads that are getting accumulated in your CRM might not be reliable, might not be valid. And these information change as fast as once every 6 months as well. And the second biggest issue is duplicate records everywhere. So plenty of times, like even for my webinar, there were a couple of people, even though they had submitted the form once, there are 2 recordings that are seen. So duplicate records kind of magnify the actual number of leads that are there in your system, but in reality, it's much lesser than what you think it is. And third is inconsistent formatting. And this is a really big issue, because when you go to events and you collect leads, right, it is usually in an external CSV format. And when you try to kind of go in and import those particular leads back into your CRM, there is a lot of issues, and you might have to fix all of those issues. And by the time you fix the issues and get your data into the CRM, right, those leads become not very fresh. Your competitors might have reached out to them faster, etc. So all of these inconsistent data input is one big issue. And the fourth is data silos. So you send out emails, right? Marketing campaign emails, and those information are resided in those software. And getting when you think about it, you're sending out emails to your customers, and if a particular customer has not engaged with your email for the last 6 months or 8 months, that means they are not interested. And you sending out emails to them is only you're just spending money and reaching out to customers who are no longer interested in you. But instead, if you can record that data and remove them from your active marketing list, then you will probably understand, okay, this is my valid list number and this number of people are engaging. So your numbers are not skewed. And for the fifth is the missing critical information. So when you are reaching out to your leads, right? When you know exactly, okay, this industry they are from, this is their revenue category, or this is their spending capability. When you have all of these information, you will be able to target them better. You will be able to have better conversation that is going to help you convert them faster. So if your CRM data can capture all of these missing critical information, your campaigns are going to have better conversions. And finally, hidden revenue impact. So these are all, operation practicalities, everything that I kind of explained up until now. But when you think of the revenue aspect, right, a lot of people spend, if you are in the sales team or ops team, if you want to retrieve any such information from your CRM, it takes a lot of time, and it kind of directly impacts the time people spend on CRM just digging for information, and it kind of adds up week over week, and that is going to impact your revenue. So I just want to run a quick poll to kind of understand how do you rate the quality of your CRM data. So if you can just take a minute to help me understand how do you feel your uh, CRM data quality is. Then it kind of will help me frame my narrative as well. So we have some people say bad, some people say decent. No one is saying good. All right. So that is a thing. When we work on our CRM, it kind of gets accumulated, and we kind of miss out as to, when has it gotten this bad? Like, when we start, the numbers are smaller, it seems manageable, we can manually fix them, etc. But as our data gets bigger, and obviously our focus is on engaging with the customers, conversion, but we kind of miss out on a simple fact, and at one fine day it is going to become monstrous. So that is a fact. So looking at some messy CRM data statistics, 30% of your CRM data decays annually. And in certain industries, these number kind of exponentially increase 50%. So if you are in the B2C industry, right, the numbers will be a little bit more higher because new competitions come out, and the choices that your customers are having is plenty, at least at this point in time at 2026, competitions come up every single month, right? So your data decay, that data number is right, exponential today. And then 37% of CRM users have direct consequences into losing their revenue, and 30 hours of productivity time is lost every week. And there are also stats that says 37% of people miss out on key revenue generating initiatives. So like I said, right, if you know exactly, let's take, if you are in the e-commerce industry, if you know this particular customer is always buying a product from this particular category, you will probably be sending out more email campaign to them for that particular category, right? And they are going to be converting better instead of sending out a generalized email to everybody in your CRM. So those are all revenue generating initiatives that you are missing out when your CRM data has poor quality data. So that is that. Next is looking at the evolution of data quality metrics. So back in 1992, right, experts said it takes $1 to prevent poor data quality. If you're going to go in and fix your data quality, it would probably charge you $1 per record. And if to fix the data, you might probably spend $10. But if some issue happens because of the data quality, right, you are probably going to be spending $100. So this is how you might exponentially spend. So if you are going to do any prevention techniques, it's probably going to be just $1, right? But cost of that mistake, cost of not doing those prevention activities is going to be $100. But this is back in 1992 when people had on-premise solutions. Most of their softwares were in their local system, etc. But now, since we are in the cloud and we are using multiple softwares that are spread across, and not all these softwares seamlessly talk with each other, so the cost to even prevent data quality issue is higher. It's significantly higher. Everything has become, it's risen by 10 times. So it's $10 to prevent data quality issues, $100 to fix those issues. And then if something wrong happens, it's going to take $1,000 per record to, if you're not going to do anything about fixing the issues, it could probably cost you $1,000. So this is how big the issue is growing, and the numbers are going to keep increasing every year. So probably this is the time that, you kind of take a step back, look at your CRM data, and then not just fix it once. You need something that kind of happens in the back end, and it is continuous, and so that your data quality doesn't decline every day. So our CRM data cleanup framework is designed so that you are not just going in and putting in a band-aid on your CRM so that something is like fixed right now. The framework is designed in such a way that you go in and you fix your CRM so that it happens automatic, it happens continuously, and your CRM kind of grows along with your business. So the first step is to audit your CRM data. So we'll just look at the framework. What are all the elements that are involved in this? And then we will go into each step in detail. Yeah. So the first step is auditing your CRM data, just understanding the reality of your CRM data. What are all the fields that are there? What are all good to have information, etc. So you kind of sit with all people who kind of work with the CRM, like it could be a salespeople, your marketing, etc. So everybody kind of sits together, have a discussion, and then come up with, okay, these are all the problems, right? These are all what are missing. So your audit needs to include everybody. And once you kind of know, okay, these are all the missing elements, these are all good to have, these are all the formatting issues, this is where I kind of spend time in trying to find out information, you know what needs to be done. So you need to standardize the information that goes inside, and you need to set certain mandatory elements so that every time the data goes into your CRM, it is going to be in the standard that everybody expects it in. And why I have backup your data at this point is because I believe I'm talking to people who already have an up and running CRM, and then you're trying to fix your data quality issue. So every time you are going to do something major to your CRM, better to have a backup of your data so that if anything goes wrong, you can always revert back to it. So before you do anything, have a backup ready. And then the fourth part is the most interesting part, as well as the most time consuming part. But once you set it up, it is going to seamlessly keep your CRM clean. So it is where you're going to clean, enrich, and segment your data. So we'll be looking in detail about what are all the clean aspects, the enrichment aspects, as well as the segment aspect. And then the fifth part is archive your data. So I do know that Zoho CRM doesn't really have an archive feature, but what I mean by archiving your data over here is that removing the data. Right now, you might probably go in and delete all of your closed leads or lost potentials. But instead of doing that, you can probably separate it from your active list and then move it to your different module. Because if you are in the B2C, right? So B2B, once you lose your customer, yes, there's a possibility of getting them back or not. Okay, but then if you are in the B2C industry, sending them an email, checking in once every 6 months or a year is definitely going to probably move somebody from your archive list to your active list. So the possibility is there. So let's not waste the money that we spend in generating those leads. And once you have done everything, we are going to go in and automate your CRM data hygiene process. So this is our CRM data cleanup framework. So first is auditing your CRM data. The first step is to identify the sources of all your CRM entries. So it could be your different marketing campaigns. It could be your Zoho form input. It could be, external agents. So so you need to have a complete list of, okay, this is where I'm getting all of my leads into my CRM. So you need to have a master list of this, because that is where you're going to understand, all right, is all my input field right? Is it in the format that I expect it to be? So you will have to audit where you are getting your CRM data from. And second is to identify the important data fields. So like I said, if you are in the B2B industry, you might probably want to know, okay, what industry they are from, what is their designation, what is their revenue, etc. If they are in the B2C industry, what categories do they like? What products are they buying from? So these are all the fields that are crucial for your business success. When you have these information, you are going to have better targeting mechanism. You will be able to personalize your campaigns better. Your salespeople know exactly what to talk, right? Rather than having a very standard pitch, you'll be much better prepared when you know exactly who your customers are. So that is why identifying your important data field is crucial. So once you know, okay, these are all the information that we are collecting, next step is you kind of think of, okay, these are all the information that is missing. So obviously, when you are collecting leads, you cannot get these information might have to be procured externally or collected later on in your customer journey, etc. But those are all the things you can probably figure it out. But you might have to have a plan on how you're going to collect all of those information. And third is identify all the CRM data owners, who has access to data, who is editing those information. So obviously for audit purposes, these are all important. But another aspect as to why you need to have that list is because when people are entering data manually, right, you need to set up, because let's say I send out an email campaign today. I'm sending it out to 1,000 or 10,000 people, etc. Almost I get an email, at least 10 to 15 emails saying that this person has left the organization. Please contact this other person. And it is my responsibility to go to the CRM and update that field, right? Because I am only getting that information. Nobody else is. So giving ownership to the people who has access to your CRM is extremely important. And these rules should be set up upfront. It is just expecting people to do it is not enough. It has to happen in your policy itself. Only then your CRM data is going to be managed seamlessly. So once you identify, you kind of set these mandatory rules to ensure that your CRM data is manually also updated. And then next step is you go into your existing CRM data quality metrics and look at how accurate the information is. Do we already have? So like I said, right, once you've identified the missing data and all, do we already have the information? How much of it is missing? So you will have an idea of, okay, this is what I need to do. Then the third is uniqueness. So obviously removing all of those duplicates is important. And looking at how consistent information is, how valid is that the company is still running. All right, so that is all the valid checks that you might have in your CRM. And then timeliness, how fresh the data is. Like I said, if your leads are more than 1 year old and they're not engaging with you, then probably they are not worth following up. So you need to go into your CRM and have a complete look at this data quality metrics. If you are not sure how to do that, there is a way to do it in DataPrep. I will show to you once we get into the demo section of the webinar. And finally, review your data backup process. So if best practices is at least once every week you review your data. If you are going to have more number of leads that are being generated, then at least once a week or at least once a month is necessary, because anything can happen. To ensure continuous business running smoothly, you need to have a best data backup process. So up until now, we are just having a discussion with our team and understanding the present state of our CRM, what fields are missing, what needs to be included, as well as setting up proper policies where each owner understands, okay, these are all my responsibility to manage the CRM data. So step 2 is to standardize and mandate your data input policy. So this is where you probably go into your CRM, right? And you look at each field and you're going to be like, okay, sometimes the mandatory field will be your name and email, but majority of the business requires phone number, right? So when you kind of mandate the collection of phone number, right, automatically you are going to have better ways to reach a customer, faster way to reach a customer. So you might have to try making that as a mandatory and seeing how well your campaigns are working. If it works, automatically your conversions are going to become better. So that is how you kind of set mandatory field rules. And second is standardize the data formatting. You're going to be like, okay, if I'm going to collect dates, this is the format that I'm going to collect. If I'm going to input the name, I'm going to standardize the capitalization. We might think it is very silly at this point, but when you are trying to work with large amount of data, all of these simple things play an important role. So standardize how you are going to collect your data. And third thing is prioritize pick list. So wherever you expect your field agents to kind of go in and type information, if you can put up a drop down box where they can choose, that is much better, because you're going to evade spelling errors, whatever the issues. It's much faster for them to choose an option, then go in and type. So prioritize pick list over custom entries. Then set up duplicate prevention rules. So it is much easier if you are going to stop people who already have signed up for your services or product to kind of again re-sign up with the same email address or phone number. It is going to solve a lot of issues for you. Yeah. And then set clear ownership and accountability policies, which we have mentioned. But when you have a CRM manager, ensure that only one person has admin acting. Anybody else who wants to make certain changes, they will probably have to talk to this person. This is going to ensure that your CRM, whatever changes that you made, remains intact. And finally, mandate, update, and maintenance policy. So you need to ensure that whoever is putting in data into the CRM is aware of all these policies and they kind of maintain that. So that will be your step number 2. Step 3 is backing up your data. So obviously, like I said, for a smooth business running, you will require to back up your data frequently. So there could be data loss, there could be compliance, regulatory issues, risk when you are migrating your CRM data, when you're migrating your systems, whatever could be, there could be issues. Like I said, when you are trying to clean your CRM data, right, you're going to work with large amount of data, and any small changes that you make and then you push into your CRM could cause a lot of issues. So if you have backup data ready, you can instantly go in and fix it. So backing up your data is very important. And then historical data preservation, and then recovery from accidental deletion, cyber attacks, ransomware, whatever could be, but backing up your data is extremely important. And step number 4, this is going to be a crucial step, where first step is cleaning. So when I talk about data cleaning, it is deduplication, standardizing data. So kind of when the names should be first name space last name. The capitalization should be the same. The first letter of the first name and the first letter of the last name should be capitalized. If I'm going to enter countries, right? If instead of writing USA, I'm going to write United States, or UK, I'm going to write United Kingdom. So I am going to set up these standardized data. So even if earlier if there is multiple ways people have entered the data, we are going to go in and clean it and ensure all the data are in the same standard. And third is fixing formatting issues. So this is a huge issue when you are collecting the data outside, when you have external CSV file and you want to push it in. These formatting issues play an important role. When your phone number is in a different format, or your date is in a different format, time is in a different format, you're going to have a big issue in pushing that data into your CRM. So in the cleaning state, you will have to fix all of these issues. And finally, fill missing data. And again, if your phone number is a mandatory field and there is no phone number there, you might have to fill all of this data before you push it into your CRM. So cleaning aspect involves all of those things. So you kind of ensure that the data in your CRM is intact and correct. And then the second aspect is enrich. So enrich is where you're going to have fill all of these additional information into your CRM. So for B2B industry, it could be like the revenue that they are making, what industry they are in, and how many employees are there, etc. Right? So those information might not be readily available, but there are external tools that can collect all of those information. So once you have those information from the external tool, you can easily mass update it using DataPrep. So I will show you how to mass update those information using DataPrep. It will be a one-step solution. Yeah. And then let's say you are a B2C industry. That time, the good to have fields would be the category they are interested in. How much amount of money are they spending in every transaction? If they're always spending $100 or $200, you know exactly what sort of products to pitch to them, what are already the services that they opted in from you. So you know, you kind of understand where those customers are. So B2C customers are. So you can easily pitch additional solution, upsell and cross sell. So these sort of information might already be in your, it could be in your e-commerce website, or it could be in your inventory website. You might have to bring in all of those data into your CRM and enrich it in your CRM. So that can also be done with the help of DataPrep. You don't really have to manually go in and fill any of that. If you are able to extract those information into a CSV file, you can easily merge it with your existing CRM with the help of DataPrep. Yeah. So that is enrichment. Third is segment. So why segmentation is important is because that's where you can build personalized campaigns for each segment. So let's say your B2B customers are in the manufacturing industry, right? You can just create a segment of customers from the manufacturing industry, and you can send them content related to manufacturing industry. So they are more prone to opening your emails and then having a conversation with you. So creating industry-based segments, persona-based segments, geographic segments, behavioral segments, engagement level, like, how well they are engaging with you. If they are just opening one or two emails, that means they could be like, not completely aware of you. They are probably not looking to buy the solution at this point. There is a difference between not engaging with you at all or engaging once or twice. That means they are probably interested in buying from you, but not today. So you might have to warm up to them. So the initial level of emails might not be as frequent, but you are going to keep checking in with them. So because you don't want to piss them off by sending them frequent emails. But if they are engaging with you frequently, they're opening all of your emails, that means that they are probably looking to buy a solution and they are considering you. At that point, your frequency of communication could be higher. So that is how segmentation works. So if you are able to crack your segment properly, you are going to be able to reach out to customers better, have better conversation. When your sales team kind of reach out to them, they know exactly what to say. So that is why segmentation is crucial, and it starts from your CRM. And segmenting is not possible if you don't have good enriched data. So everything it works hand in hand. And how well you are able to work on a CRM data uh, is going to lead up to whether you're able to segment your audience the right way. So this is step 4. I'll be showing you how you can enrich and segment your customer data when I am showing you the demo. And step 5 is archiving your data to battle data decay. So this is what I've mentioned, like, when you are working, like when you are segmenting your customers, okay, they are engaging with me once a while, etc. But what if there is zero engagement, right? And you don't want to keep sending emails to them, and at one point they're gonna block you or report spam, etc. That is going to negatively impact your email database, right? So that is why archiving data, kind of removing these customers out of your active pipeline and moving them and keeping them separately, plays a really important role. So like I said, when I mention archive over here, it's not of archive feature of CRM. It is where you are removing and then keeping them for a later point in time. And it doesn't directly impact with your active list. And another aspect as to why this archive data is archiving your data is important is because you have feature like these prediction, like AI based predictions in your CRM, right? So when you have an active list, and it has all of these archive data in it, and for sure they are not engaging with you, it is going to mess with your prediction numbers as well, right? You don't really know, because the large number is going to be not um, active, and that is going to skew how the AI is going to see, because AI is going to, for AI, the data is data. So they are going to be like, okay, this is your active list and this amount of people are not engaging with you at all. So that is going to skew your list. So better to have it separately so that your prediction numbers are going to be more accurate. So like I said, yeah, AI models in CRM see 32 to 42% better forecast when you have better quality CRM data. So this is why archiving is important. So how you archive the data is that, first, the two crucial things that I will discuss. One is, if a customer has not engaged with you at least for 18 to 24 months, then that means they have to be moved away from your active list. They have not engaged with you for 18 to 24 months, then it is better to move them from your list. And another way to look at it is that you have been sending emails to these customers and they haven't opened it in at least 12 months. 12 months they haven't engaged with any of the campaigns that you have sent out, then it's probably better to remove them from your archive list. So these are two use cases, but there could be more based on the industry that you are in. But this is something that you can initially start out with. And step 6 is to automate your CRM data hygiene process. So you set up automation. So that, let's say you want to okay, let me just show you this. So when I talk about automation, that's where I'm going to shamelessly plug in DataPrep, because this is a solution. We are an enterprise-ready ETL platform. So what an ETL platform does is that it is able to collect information at source, prepare them, and then push it to necessary destination. So when you are building pipeline using DataPrep, the first pipeline is when you want to probably collect your leads data using external forms or external software, you are going to use all of those as a source, and then you're going to push it into your CRM. So that will be your pipeline number one. So wherever you're collecting your leads data at source, and then you prepare it, and then you push it to your CRM. So that will be your pipeline number one. And then pipeline number two is from your CRM, you take the data and you identify, okay, these number of people have not kind of engage with me in 18 months or 24 months. So I'm going to split them up and put them in a different module. So that will be your pipeline number two. Pipeline number three is bringing the data, enriching them. Like I told you, add all the additional information about that, and then I push it back into CRM itself. So it is automatically going to clean up your data. It is automatically going to enrich your data, and that pipeline is going to keep getting active. So as and when new data comes, it's going to be cleaned, enriched, and then pushed it into your necessary destination. And pipeline number four is your when you want to back up your data. So whatever information is from the CRM, it gets moved to an external data warehouse or your cloud drive, wherever you want to back up your data, it is going to move. So to kind of completely automate your CRM data hygiene, right, you are going to have multiple pipelines. So there is no one-stop solution for that, because each business is different, and what all we are trying to do, they all have different elements that are involved, right? So that is why you, like I said, 4 is the bare minimum that you would need, but it can go up to 5, 6, how many ever that is required. You need to identify all of those things, build those pipelines, and then automate it, and then set up process so that your CRM data hygiene is maintained. So let me take you into the data prep so that you understand it a little bit better. But if you have any questions, you can. Nice. Okay, there's one question. Yes, we will share the recording after the webinar is over. It will be sent to your email. Yeah. And I do understand there's a lot of information. So do take your time. If you have any questions, please feel free to stop me at any time, ask your questions. We will have 10 minutes at the end to answer these questions for you. Let me just share my screen. So I hope you're able to see my screen. So this is the bunch of pipelines that I have created to these are the bunch of pipelines that I've created to kind of maintain my CRM's data hygiene. So initial, right, the first step when I discussed, I told you, you can do an audit of your CRM, understand the quality of your CRM data. So when you kind of pull, so this is just an example of how your CRM data will look when you kind of pull it and then load it into DataPrep. So this is how your data set would look like if you are fetching it from the CRM and opening it in the in DataPrep Studio. So on top, you can see the quality of your data. So you can see, right, 86%. That means this is the overall data quality of your CRM. So all these gray lines is going to show you that, okay, there is so much amount of missing data here in each and every column. You can just go in and take a look at it. And by just auditing each and every column, okay, these are all the issues that are coming up. In technically, when you are exporting from a CRM, you will not have these sort of issues. But you can see these missing data. You can see how each information is being recorded. etc. So you will have an overall idea of, okay, these are all the formatting issues that needs to be fixed. Okay, this is the format I want the phone numbers to come in, etc. Yeah. So that is how you have an idea of the fixes or the standardization you need to set up in your CRM. So now looking at the pipeline, so let's just take a look at how we move the data in the pipeline and how we set up automation. So the first is, let me go into this pipeline. So this is where I am collecting my leads data and then pushing it into CRM. So obviously, you will probably have direct integrations, right? That has been set up. At that point, when you have these sort of direct integrations, that automatically the data is going to move it. But if you want to clean the data and then push it into your CRM, at that point, DataPrep plays a crucial role. If forms, I would suggest having a direct import into your CRM is okay. But if you are collecting information using external, or what to say, external CSV files, like you go to events and all, they give you your leads in a CSV file, right? At that point, there's going to be a lot of issues. So you can see, right, there is an issue with the email. If you are going to upload this data set into your CRM, it is going to throw an error because there's going to be an invalid data there. So this is where you use our data cleaning solution. So in DataPrep, we have 250 plus pre-built transforms, but my most favorite is the text selection. You can just go in and, sorry. All right, let me just try this again. Yeah, just go in and just choose this. Automatically on the right hand side, you are going to see how the preview of this is going to be. So this is what I want to do. I want to replace, I want to remove this mail to options from my email so that I am going to fix that particular field. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to replace. So instantly in one click, once I click on apply, all these issues are fixed. Now, this is not mail to, this is mail. So it is going to be very simple to just go in and use DataPrep to kind of clean all of these data before you push it into your CRM. All right. So once this is done, on top, you can see there is still some issues. I'm just going to go click on it. Okay, there are a bunch of invalid data. So I'm just on the right hand side, you can see suggestions. So you can just delete the filtered rows. So this is how simple it is to just go ahead and clean all your data, and to ensure you remove all the invalid data. Missing data, if it's not a mandatory field, it's easy to push it into your CRM. But that's what you do. And then once you are done, you can go in and add your destination and push it to CRM. So this is one way to ensure that continuously good quality data is moved into CRM. So this sort of automation helps. All right. We also have to do some level of data preparation. Let me show you certain things that we have done. So yeah, what we wanted to do was that sometimes when you collect phone numbers, right? Phone numbers get collected in different format, but we require it in certain format, so that way you know exactly which region those leads are from and how best your salesperson can contact them. So what we have done is we have some Ask Zia. What Ask Zia is an AI that is going to help sort these data preparation. Right now I showed you how to manually clean the data, but the same thing Ask Zia can also do. If you had click, let's say these issues are here, right? If I click on Ask Zia, I can just say remove mail to hyphen from the email column. Sorry, prefix. So it is automatically going to remove all of those. So if I put mail to and mail plus, so this is how Ask Zia works. So basically you chat with Zia and that is going to fix all of those data issues for me. Similarly, I've already asked Zia to fix the phone formatting issues. So initially how my phone numbers work is that there were no hyphen and there was no plus. It was all just one big mass of number, and that was a big issue when I tried to push it into my CRM. But by just easily asking Zia to kind of split the number, and there is no direct way to do that. If you are trying to fix an issue like your phone number formatting, right, you will have to write a custom formula that is going to fix it for you. But with the help of DataPrep Studio, you're just going to ask Zia, prompt it the right way, and then fix it. So this is how simple DataPrep is going to make all of these data fixes for you. So this is all one way of how you can clean and prepare your data. All right, let's just go into the pipeline. So once I kind of fix this particular pipeline, I can just go in and schedule this so that as and when any forms data come, it's going to clean and then get pushed. As and when here, instead of files, if you set up work drive, as and when your marketing team kind of uploads their leads data into your work drive, it is going to pull the data and then push it into CRM. So that is one way of doing it. Second is enrichment. So CRM Enrich is one of the biggest use case majority of our current customers use it for. What they do is pull the data from CRM. You can see CRM as a source, right? You can pull the data from CRM, and this is the enrichment data we collected from an external software. And then what we did was we just did a join. So when we did a join, what we wanted to do was we had information regarding the name, email, etc. But using the join feature, I was able to bring in the industry that they were in, the market segment, the industry, the market segment. Similarly, you can also bring in revenue information, employee count, all of those information, whatever you're able to collect, you can bring it in, and at one shot, you're just going to join it. Yeah, in one shot, you're going to be able to join it and then push it back into your CRM. So you are able to bring all of your existing CRM data, enrich it, and then push it to CRM. So this is something where I don't need a schedule. As and when I bring in my enrichment data set, I am going to run this pipeline. So this is not going to be running on a schedule. So this is going to be a standalone pipeline for me. So next is archiving. So archiving, as you can see, I have two different pipelines because I wanted to bring in my list from my email provider. So I have been sending emails using marketing automation, and there are certain set of customers I have figured out that they haven't engaged with me in the last 2 years. So I have, two years and before. So I have taken those list of customers, and then I had joined it and then pushed it to CRM, and then I added a new field saying inactive customers. And then I use the second pipeline to move those inactive customers to a different module in CRM. So that is what I have done using my activation. And the best part is that these two, right, I don't have to run these two pipelines separately. with the help of Zoho Flow integration, what we have done is every time this enrichment pipeline runs, automatically it triggers the secondary pipeline. So I just need to run this pipeline. And then immediately the secondary pipeline runs and automatically my archived customer base is moved into a different module. So this is how I kind of build multiple pipelines to manage my CRM data. And it might seem intimidating at this point because there are multiple elements, but once you break it down, right, once you sit and break it down and build these pipelines, right, it is going to take probably a couple of weeks for you to crack this. But once that's done, you're just going to automate it and you're going to simplify your entire CRM data cleanup process. So this is what I have for you at this point. If you have any questions, please feel free to raise it now. If any one of y'all require the presentation, I will drop my email. You just send an email to me and I will share the presentation as well. I want to upload it. But then, yeah, kritika.sr. So if you want the presentation, I can share it with you. You can send an email to me. I will reply back with the presentation. But the copy of the recording will be sent to your email automatically after the webinar is over, probably in 15 minutes or half an hour. The copy of the recording will be made available to you. And I'm also working on an ebook, which probably will be ready in a couple of weeks. Where I will break it down. I'll have practical examples and kind of make it more easy for you to understand. I do get it. There's a lot of information that has been shared in just 1 hour, but I will share the ebook with you all as well. And I'll also drop our support email if in case you're trying the product and you are trying to figure out certain aspects, you can always reach out to a support team and somebody from our team can handhold you with your data cleaning process as well. Hi, Francois. Yes, as partners, definitely it's not just to educate. I feel you can also provide this as a solution to your existing CRM customers as well, because it is not easy to build multiple pipelines. It's not easy for customers if they don't really have a dedicated CRM manager with them. So you might probably can, help them build these pipelines to automate and manage their manage your customers' CRM data as well. And that is what we also had in mind. Do reach out to us, Francois, if you have any more questions. You can directly email me. Thank you. I would also like to run a poll to understand if automation that I just pitched will be useful for you, or if you are a partner for your customers. And is this something that you would be exploring in the near future? Wow, it's nice to see a lot of people saying yes. But I would suggest start small, set up backup, because I understand that backup is not a feature that Zoho CRM readily gives many of, if you are in the lower plans. But with the help of DataPrep, right, I can also show you how you can easily back up and how the backups are stored. I'll just share my screen quickly. Right. So, yeah. So this is a folder where I am saving the backup, right? So I have set up my automatic schedule to be once every hour. So you can see the time and date. So you can always go back to your backup folder, and wherever you feel an issue is there, you can go in and revert back your data. You can retrieve your data. So that's how the backup works. So if your plan doesn't already support backup as a feature, you can use DataPrep to set this up, and it's very seamless and very easy to set this up. So I would suggest, if you are looking to, as a lot of people have mentioned, yes, start small, set up with the backup pipeline, your archiving. These are all very easy to set up pipeline, to set it up, and then slowly go into, like, cleaning your data prep, like, fixing your formatting issues and other things. And you can slowly build this up as well. It need not be a one time, it need not be like a one time activity. So that's what I wanted to say. All right. Thank you all for joining. I'll keep the Q&A portal open for a couple of minutes if anyone has any questions. Aslan has a question. Is there a limit on the amount of data prep can pull from CRM? So we have plans where it kind of depends on the number of rows. So our basic plan starts with 2 million rows. So for majority of CRM data, our basic plan itself would do. So yeah, our basic plan starts from 2 million. I'll share my, we'll be sharing the pricing plan link over here, so you can have an idea. So our plan, even if you are in the basic, you can also set up 5 millions. If you have a lot of data in your CRM, you can also choose the rows. But okay, so yeah, this is the link where you can see the pricing details. In the pricing detail, if you click on it, you can see rows processed per month is 2 million, 5 million, 10 million. So we only have two plans, standard and enterprise. So basically, majority of the function, everything comes in the standard plan itself. Only when you have like billions of rows, that's when enterprise team even comes into play. So yeah. And all the AI feature that I mentioned all work seamlessly within the plan. Zia works for anyone. You don't really have to pay extra or anything at this point. So you can go in and try it out. So I'll keep the portal open for a couple more minutes. If anyone has any questions, do raise them. But thank you everyone for joining. And yeah, if you want the copy of the presentation, do send an email. I have shared my email in the Q&A tab. But I am working on an ebook to break it down with better screenshots and examples and visual examples to kind of help you with it, which I'll probably share in a couple of weeks. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone.